Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and this is Kathy of Cinemondo Podcast, and we're going to do a trailer reaction today. This trailer just came out, starring Tovino Thomas, the film 2018. I don't know a lot about it.
Not that long ago.
No, not that long ago. So I just looking up what happened in 2018. Evidently, there was a big flood, there was a big cyclone. So it's from a director that made Om Shanti Oshana, which is one of my all-time favorite films. So of Malayalam cinema. So we're fans of Tovino Thomas. I think they would agree. So anything starring him, I'm definitely going to give a look see.
Exactly. I know some actors are really popping for me, and I'm like, oh, he's in this. I'll watch that. And then it's just like marketing. What are you going to do?
So this is, I have no idea when it's coming out, but the trailer just came out. So we're going to try my new way to do this together. So
you can do it.
I can do it. Okay. So we're going to react to this trailer, and then we'll discuss a little bit afterwards this little disaster movie.
Little.
ഒത്തുപോകാൻ പറ്റില്ലെന്ന് അവള് പറഞ്ഞ സ്ഥിതിക്ക് നിന്നോട് ആ പേപ്പർ ഒപ്പിട്ട് വായിക്കാൻ വക്കീൽ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. തനിക്ക് ഇത്ര പേടിയുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ താൻ പട്ടാളത്തിൽ പോയി ചേർന്നേ.
അനുപ എന്തിനാ പട്ടാളം വിട്ട് വന്നത്?
പേടിച്ചിട്ട് തന്നെയാണ് ഞാൻ അവിടെ ഓടിപ്പോകുന്നത്. മുതലാളിയാണ് തണ്ണി ബോട്ടിൽ മറ്റേ എടുത്തിട്ട് പോയി എടുത്തുക.
അതെ, ഒരു തുള്ളി വെള്ളത്തിന് പോലും ഒരുപാട് ദൂരം യാത്ര ചെയ്യേണ്ട അവസ്ഥയാണ്.
ഇടിയല്ല സാർ, അവർക്ക് എന്തും പറയാലോ.
നീണ്ട 26 വർഷങ്ങൾക്ക് ശേഷമാണ് ഇടുക്കി ഡാമിന് തുറക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്. ഇടുക്കി ഡാമിന്റെ ആദ്യ ഷട്ടർ ഏതാനും നിമിഷങ്ങൾക്കകം തുറക്കുമെന്ന് നമുക്ക് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കാം.
ചെറുതോണി ഡാമിന്റെ ഷട്ടറുകൾ വഴി കൂടുതൽ ജലം പുറത്തേക്ക് ഒഴുകിയിരിക്കുന്നതിനാൽ മുഴുവൻ ആളുകളും ജാഗ്രത പാലിക്കണമെന്ന് അറിയിക്കുകയാണ്.
ഡാം തുറക്കാൻ പോകുന്ന ലാസ്റ്റ് മൊമെന്റ് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ജനം എന്ത് ചെയ്യൂടോ?
സാധാരണയിലും അധികമായി വെള്ളം കയറിയ സാഹചര്യത്തിലാണ് നമ്മൾ കാണുന്നത്. കേരളം മുഴുവൻ മഴയിൽ മുങ്ങിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു അവസ്ഥയാണ് നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ കണ്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്.
നമ്മൾ ദിവസമൊക്കെ അന്ന് കടലിലെ വെള്ളത്തിനൊക്കെ വലിയ വെള്ളമൊന്നും അല്ലല്ലോ. പണ്ട് മഴ കാണുമ്പോ മനസ്സിനൊരു കുളിരായിരുന്നു. ഇതിപ്പോ സത്യം പറഞ്ഞാ എങ്ങനെയെങ്കിലും ഒന്ന് തീർന്നാ മതിയെന്നോ.
Save me before I'm gone forever.
May 5th. Wow. Oh wow, it's coming soon.
I'm amazed sometimes these trailers come out. I'm used to like having a few months to wait. Instant. Like you see a trailer, oh, that looks good. And then you gotta wait.
That is the thing about especially Malayalam films.
Yeah.
I'm like, Catherine and I have talked about this, especially our channel. We're like, maybe, and this is just always the way they've done it, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't fully have the trailer done, but you see the way Telugu films are marketed.
Yeah.
And like Pushpa. It's maybe not coming out until December, right?
Yeah.
But we got a birthday little mini trailer. We hardly saw anything about Allu Arjun, but I was still happy. Like,
still excited to know what's coming.
So they're starting to sometimes like put out a poster or at least something on somebody participating in the film's birthday or something. But so often, I mean, I have no idea what's happening in the Kerala press or what billboards people have been looking at for a month or whatever, right? Okay, I don't know because I'm not there. But when the trailer just comes out so soon, there's you just don't have that anticipation. I don't know.
I know. I had a comment from someone saying that no, they don't have a bunch of billboards out in Kerala. Like that, the movies come out and they're just instant. There's no big marketing push locally either. And I'm like, I wonder why that is. I don't know if it's a budget.
I mean, for this director's name and the fact that there's besides like any kind of good disaster movie,
Yeah.
you're going to have a big cast of names. Like Kunchako Boban, I saw in this. There's a lot of big names that maybe have, there's all different parts of the disaster, right? Like we're seeing it from different angles. So,
Exactly.
and we're used to that in Hollywood disaster movies, right? That's
Right.
part of the fun of them, is that puts all these people together that normally wouldn't be in a movie together, and they're
Right.
so. But still, it's crazy to me. I mean, that's 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks.
I mean, there was a teaser out a while ago. I think we did a reaction because I
Okay,
recognized the
I
logo
didn't
when
even
I
I
saw it.
didn't know about the teaser, so yeah.
But yeah, it was. But I noticed it because I recognize the logo because it has, I guess, the shape of the country in the O, which I thought was kind of interesting. But they didn't give you any information in that teaser, so this is a lot more. And it looked like they used some real footage.
So
this is a true story, right?
I'm sure it's based on a true story. I mean, it could, like the movie Virus. It's another one I would recommend, a Malayalam film about the Nipah virus. That came out like before we were dealing with everything with our own pandemic, and highly recommend. Again, big cast of really fine actors. Sobhan Shahir, that we were just talking about, he plays I think he was like patient zero. Like, he has just like a small little cameo as the first person.
That's so funny.
Get sick. But another great like kind of ensemble disaster movie kind of thing, and really what they did was amazing in Kerala and dealing with this extremely fatal virus. And then they were more ready for when COVID hit, so more ready than other places like the US.
Yeah, we weren't quite ready, were we?
Yeah.
It's like, what?
We're getting all of those. I'm still on Facebook, and it's like I'm getting the Facebook memories from this week. A year ago, I had COVID from going to the BTS concert in Las Vegas.
I'm sure it was worth it, though.
My husband said, "Was it really worth it to give me COVID too?" I'm like, yes, it was.
Oh no! Like, that's right. That's the cost of the BTS tour. The fact they were touring.
I had a mask on, but I was there with 50,000 of my closest new friends. So
that's so funny. This resonates. This movie is resonating with me too, because we just had a ton of rain here, like scary rain. Like, we need the rain. We were in a drought. We really needed it, just not all at the same time. That was what happened. So a lot of this was scary because, when the ground is that dry, and it's probably sort of similar in India, where the water sits on top and causes all these problems, since you're having all this damage happening and landslides because the water is not soaking in right away. It's running off. Ugh, it's terrifying. So it was really dicey for a while there. I mean, it's just, you don't know, like, is my house going to go down the hill? It's like, what's happening in this, we can't drive anywhere because you never knew we're in a flash flood. I mean, it was scary. So this looks like 10 times. And could anything look scarier than that big dam? That thing's about to go. I was looking at that going.
The noises, like the creaking, and you can just tell, like, if they don't relieve the pressure, but then they know that they're not giving the people below enough time to.
No, they're like, is it worth like saving the dam to kill this little village that we forgot to tell? Like, oh my God, it's so bad. Oh,
but obviously,
terrifying.
The trailer was not just movie footage, but was using news footage.
It seemed like they were.
You could definitely tell
the house falling in.
Right, like just watching these houses go and the flooded streets, and
so scary. Oh my God, so scary. Oh, I can't imagine. So yeah, I'm reacting to this a little bit, knowing how it was on a probably infinitesimal amount, but still that amount of disaster is happening that you just can't do anything about it. Like, all these people can really hope to do is get out of the way. You can't stop it. Like, it's terrifying. Oh,
well, and in California, you're going to start having snowmelt. Like, we've had record snow, which is great because, as you said, there's been a drought, and so many of the reservoirs.
All the reservoirs are full.
But what's going to happen when all the snow starts melting?
More problems. See, that's the thing. Like, we can never get it right. Like, it's always either, like, oh no, all the reservoirs are drying up. Oh, now they're full, but now it's too much. And then we realize that all of our systems that were built a long time ago are not, sufficient. So all of this water that we desperately need is going off into the ocean because we don't know how to contain it. Like, oh my God. So we got things to learn.
And also
climate change.
Climate change. I mean, some of these disaster stories, which everyone talks about, well, it's 1,000-year flood.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Yeah.
it happened a few years ago again, right? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, water is devastating. Like you say,
Yeah.
I mean, you can only just try to get out of the way, but sometimes you're trapped. And so, yeah, it's really scary. So I'm looking forward to this movie, and I hope that it does play at a screen near me, because I'm in Colorado now, and it's harder for me to see some of the South Indian films. But I hope it plays, because it does seems like, especially when you're talking about the scale of a disaster movie, you kind of want that sound around you to feel like you're in the middle of the storm and everything. And yeah, we all have pretty good sound systems at home, but still, there's something different about being able to see.
Still got to go to the movies.
Yeah, you still got to go to a big, if you can, go to a big screen for a movie like this. So it looks like a great cast. And obviously they're setting it up that Tovino Thomas, like, he's a coward, right? He then rises to the occasion, obviously.
He's going to be the hero. He's going to redeem himself. Yeah, exactly. Which is a lot of heroes are underestimated.
You know what? I mean, it is sort of a thing that sometimes you don't know how you are going to be in a crisis until you are in that crisis.
Yeah, that's right.
And I have definitely seen that about myself and other people. Like, until you are tested by something, you don't really, you may think you know that about yourself, but you don't really know until you're in the thick of something. So
I know. You always think, I'm sure I could handle it, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. Or can you keep your head in a crisis?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, or do you just get paralyzed? Because, you know, one of the reactions is just kind of be paralyzed in fear. Like, you just can't make a decision. Right.
Yeah.
And some people can keep that kind of inner calm, or maybe they just zone everything out because the adrenaline is rushing or whatever, and they can just be decisive and not be frozen. Yeah, but
I mean, we have to think about that for earthquakes too. Like, we're like, how would I act in a really bad earthquake? I don't know. I mean, we had an earthquake when I was seeing Midsummer in the theater, and big earthquake happened, and everyone ran out, and I stayed. Me and my friend stayed. We were just like, Mark and Burke and all sitting here. I want to see the rest of this movie. It's an earthquake. They just stopped. They froze the movie. The movie wasn't going anywhere. It's like, okay. So that kind of clued me in. I'm probably a little bit in denial when things happen. I think it's what's going to happen. I'll be calm. I won't estimate how terrible it is.
I mean, a flood or a storm, you get some warning, but an earthquake is an example of something where
instantaneous.
There is no warning, or maybe, I mean, we've definitely seen it where there can be an earthquake, but then the aftershock is worse, because so then, you know, you sort of know what's coming, but you again don't know when. But things have already been shooken up or cracks made or whatever, and then it's the aftershock that maybe wasn't as strong, but that's the one that may make buildings collapse or whatever.
That's right. Yeah. And you're getting sort of jolted all the time, wondering, is this the one? Is this the one? Is it? Yeah, because there's this constant like little adrenaline rush every time one of those aftershocks happens. Ugh. I still live here though. I still love it. Flooding, earthquakes. What else? We got drought.
Mudslides.
I'll take it. Yeah, mudslides. Like, oh my God, I can't. But here we are.
On the flip side, you have the good weather all the time. So
that's right. But we never have to worry about weather. Fine. I mean, it was cold. Oh my God, it was so cold. It was like 50 degrees.
I had snow yesterday, so you know.
What? Oh my God, it was like 90 degrees here yesterday. So I was like, so yeah, you're right. It is a total trade-off, because I lived in places that had tons of weather, and I moved here and was like, oh my God, I love this. There's no suspense on what's the weather going to be on the weekend, or what can I make plans, because who knows what the weather will do. Well, there is none of that. It's just always nice. Yeah. So I do like that. And even when it rains, I still really like it because it's so rare. I like a good rainstorm.
I mean, I'm from the Midwest. I love a good rainstorm. I love listening to a thunderstorm. Oh. And when I lived in California briefly, that's one thing that I really missed. I was like, just rains and then it's over. I'm like, where's you know?
You get about one good thunderstorm a year. Yeah, that's about it.
But here at the end of the trailer, they end with that sound of thunder. You know, it was a really good, ominous ending, you know, to the movie. So,
that looked really
all
good.
Right. I'm looking forward to this one. And thank you, Kathy, for joining me again.
Anytime.
And we asked in the, we're going to do we just recorded about Dil de Duck de Do. So if you have other ideas of movies that you think Kathy should see that we should talk about together, please do let us know in the comments. So
I have catching up to do, learning to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to watch movies with Melanie, and she's going to tell me what they mean.
Melanie's class of Indian Cinema 101.
Indian Films 101. I'm in the first class. I'm learning.
All right. Thanks again, Kathy. And the link to her channel, Cinemondo Podcast, you will find in the description below. Thanks, Kathy.
Okay, you're welcome.